It looks like things could even get worse, if that were possible, for the former royal known as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and one of his passion projects now seemingly is taking a turn for the worse. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for joining me today, as ever, and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. It is lovely, as ever, to have your company, genuinely. And the stories really that matter to you are the same stories that matter to me, simply because we live and breathe them, don't we? We know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. And then, more importantly, you find out things and think, well, really, couldn't they see this coming? You see, the bigger problem that you have, if you look at the bigger picture, in fact, of Prince Harry is, at the start of this year, his wife decided to take to the sands to write in 2025, and then very quickly, things started to plummet. None more so than the charitable trust that Harry was allegedly involved in very closely sent to Bali. Now, as we all know, that's taken a dramatic turn for the worst. I mean, you couldn't really have started the year off any worse for Prince Harry, because one of the main people, the chair, Dr. Sophie Chanduka, came over to London, appeared on Sky News and basically trashed Harry's reputation as something of a charitable person, a figure. Of course, many people decided that, well, he wasn't that charitable at all when you consider it truly, because what came out in their accounts was the fact that seemingly they only worked 1 hour a week on charity. And then we had the spectacle that was Canada and the Invictus Games. We haven't had a wave. Nice to see you. Sorry, you can tell me if I can hear you. Absolutely, you're saying, aren't you, Neil, where's the wave? But seriously, the Invictus Games in Canada was a success and not a success in many respects. This truly was because Meghan Markle, as we know, turned up, hijacked the event, some people say, and turned it into a fashion show. But not in a good way. This is the problem. When you've got somebody dressed in all of that money, the designer gear, and it's really meant to be about building a charitable trust, fundraising, keeping the thing going for years to come. And there's Meghan decked out in very, very expensive designer gear. I'm not suggesting she didn't pay for this herself, but it didn't look good. And on top of all of that, Harry and Meghan very briefly, very, very briefly, Harry appeared in the merchandise for Invictus. And when you think about it, that's the selling point. That's how they make a lot of money. Now it appears that Prince Harry could be on a very difficult decline with the charity, simply because one major person has already resigned, and now there are rumblings inside that particular company are saying exactly, well, what's his part in it? What's his role in it? And also, how committed is he? Now, according to his wife, the former cable TV actress Meghan Markle, in fact, Harry's very committed, so much so that his child, Archie, kept asking, why was Daddy on the phone every morning at breakfast time? This is because, according to Meghan, and I'm quoting, it's Invictus, Invictus, Invictus. Well, apparently, take two. Well, apparently they don't feel that much of a commitment, and this is coming at a very, very difficult time. You see, next year, 2027, well, we have the Invictus Games in Birmingham, and as I told you recently, they are really struggling to get backers and funding. Now, that's, no detriment to all those brave men and women of Invictus. It's simply the cost of living crisis, literally over here, the government falling apart, and many people not exactly thrilled to be giving money away. More so when you have battles behind the scenes with Harry about exactly his commitment to certain charities, like Sent to Bali. And on top of all of that, what you have, which doesn't read well, whether people want to commit to this or not, is that Meghan Markle's business entrepreneurial skills are now under the microscope of exactly how well or not so well has she done. The real issue, though, is this, and I told you this before, and this is where it's paramount. The Invictus Games in 2027 definitely want to see real royals at the event, and by that I mean His Majesty the King, the Queen, Queen Camilla, and of course the Prince and Princess of Wales, and ideally the icing on the cake, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, and the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the full Monty. They don't really want part-time players living half the way around the world who seemingly will pop up, and in the case of Meghan, many suggest, for her own good publicity. Remember, she stuck it out 4 days, but had to dash back because of her children. Seemingly, though, she forgot about the children and started to post on Instagram. It didn't go down well. Everybody's now looking towards Harry and Meghan as to exactly their commitment to this cause. Over the next couple of days, what you're going to see is Prince Harry coming out or possibly posting a message once he's agreed it all with his new head of communications. But either way, it's not looking good. And without the charitable work, what exactly does Prince Harry do with himself all day? It's a developing story. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of the United Kingdom.